Hey Nat, I was here on Friday during the cleanup, and I saw that they took both your one piano they threw away because it was in pretty bad shape, and the other one they took into storage.
They say that, but they don't really put it in storage. They throw it away. Yeah, you go to get it, and there's nothing there. You know, it's all a big lie, and they can get away with it because there's nobody challenging them. You know, there used to be an attorney that took on the cases. You know, and he'd win the cases. You know, every one of them. But he died, so there's been nobody else. You know, the people are scared of the city and the police. You know, lawyers are very scared of this. You know, there's not very many brave ones. You know.
I saw that they left a notice posted on the wall there, and said where you could pick up your piano.
Oh, thank you, sir.
We appreciate your playing, man.
Right on, man. Thank you very much.
I guess people heard that your piano's been taken, huh?
Yeah. All kinds of people stop me.
Oh, yeah.
And give me goodwill and good faith.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's heartwarming, actually. You know.
The word got around, huh?
Yeah. People have always been great to me here. You know, they've always been really good. You know, I love playing here. You know, and I love the people. You know, I love the whole thing. You know, where else can you play by the ocean?
Yeah.
And play what you want. You know.
So anyway, they left a notice where you can pick up your piano.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go pick it up?
No, you go all the way downtown with a truck. You rent a truck. You go all the way downtown, and it's not there. Or they'll tell you to come back another day. You know, knowing that what a hardship it is. You know, because it's right in the middle of downtown.
And plus, you need a truck to get it.
Yeah. And you have to hire people to help you move it. You know. Yeah.
So are you planning to buy another piano, or what are you going to do?
The lady from Pasadena is giving me a piano.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and so I have to go pick it up. So that's why I'm here, trying to collect some money to go pick it up. Because I'm totally broke.
Oh, I see. So you need a truck, and you need some labor, some people. So it's going to
around
cost
$200. Around $200 would do it.
$200 would do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
$150, $200, you know, for gas in the truck.
And labor, too. You need labor.
Yeah.
Seems like you would need a little bit more than that.
Maybe so, but I think that would do it on a shoestring.
Yeah. Okay. So and now, when you do get your piano, how are you going to prevent it from not getting confiscated again?
Well, Casey from Big Daddy's, the owner of Big Daddy's, I was friends with his father, and he told me I could go behind the fence there and leave it there as long as I get it out early. And so that's what I'm going to do.
That's what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Because the other piano, you were kind of, what were you doing with it?
It was right there, right before the fence closed. I didn't have the key to the lock. So Casey was going to bring that down to me when he had time. He's pretty busy. He just opened 2 new businesses, one in Hollywood and one here. And so he's pretty busy with that. So, you know, whenever he gets a chance to do it, he's a man of his word. He'll do it.
So, for a long time, you've been keeping your piano outside, and you never had a problem before?
Never had a problem before.
I see. And I noticed that, I think the previous week, they gave you a ticket.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous, you know. He came and told me, I'm watching the Boardwalk here, you better watch out, because, you know, I'm not going to put up with any you know, whatever.
What was the ticket for?
Oh, the ticket for it was being outside the line. You know, one of the pianos was outside the line a little bit. And I hadn't set up yet. Of course it's going to be outside the line. I had to push it in. And I hadn't even set up yet. We just got it there. It just turned 9 o'clock. And I told him that. And he says, well, you should have pushed him. I said, I have people working for me. I go, you know, and this has not been a big deal before. I don't know why it is right now. You can't see the line anyway. Where is the line? And he says, oh, you can see it. I says, no, you can't. I don't want to argue with the guy because obviously, you know, he had making trouble for me on his mind, you know.
How much is that ticket going to be?
It's $400 for that ticket.
Wow.
You know, $400, you know, it's ridiculous. And he didn't even sign the ticket. You know, he doesn't tell where to go to pay the ticket. There's no information on the ticket at all that he gave me. And my signature isn't even on it. And I did sign the ticket, you know, and he dated it back a month. You dated it back a month, you know. It says, hey, you dated this back a month. You know, you're at the wrong month here. You made it the 10th, and it was the 11th month. And you know, I'm gonna take that to an attorney. I'm not gonna pay $400 for that goddamn ticket.
And I mean, you've been playing out here for years.
Yeah, 23 years.
23 years on the Boardwalk.
Yeah.
And where did you learn to play the piano?
I had lots of teachers. I went to school for it, and I had lots of teachers. You know, all my life.
Do you read music?
Yeah. Yeah. I also could play by ear and by intuition, but I do read music.
When you play out here, do you play by ear or?
By memory.
By memory?
By memory, and sometimes by ear. You know.
Are they originals or?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It depends on how I feel. You know, how receptive the crowd is. You know.
Did you play in bands and?
Yeah, I played in lots of bands.
Oh yeah.
I played with Iron Butterfly.
Iron Butterfly.
Probably you heard of them. 𝗩𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗓, that song. If I never hear that song again, it'll be too soon. But I toured all over Canada and the United States with them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and but that wasn't my band. It was somebody else's band, you know.
Did you ever have your own
I've
band?
had my own band.
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Yeah. I played for everybody, every record label. You know, I've done a lot of session work, I did a lot of movies, and a lot of documentary music. But I played at the Ambassador Hotel for a long time until they closed it down.
Oh, okay. So
That was a gold mine for a pianist.
is that right?
Yeah. I even played at that place on Rodeo Drive, the Bistro on Rodeo Drive. The pianist, the Italian guy, I knew his son. Anyway, I played there while he was on vacation. It's really incredible to play.
So every night you would play?
Huh?
Every night you would play?
I played until he came back 2 weeks for 2 weeks. It was an incredible experience, you know. Besides, the money was fantastic. Yeah.
How do you like playing out here in the Boardwalk?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it, yeah. You know, people are great, man, you know. I have many, many friends here, you know. And a lot of people come to see me. People from my grammar school come to see me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in San Francisco and Los Gatos and San Jose. And my sister still, she lives in Santa Cruz.
So what brought you to LA? What brought you to LA?
I came here when I was 18. Columbia Records brought me out here.
Oh yeah.
David Briggs sent me $500. I played for a band of his in San Francisco at the record plant in Sausalito. I played for a band of his and he said, come down here. There's nothing happening in San Francisco. He said, come out here. And he sent me $500 in the mail to come and play with that band that I recorded with.
Wow.
And I bought a car. And at that time, $500 was a lot of money.
Right.
It was in 1970.
1970?
1970.
Wow.
I brought my Hammond organ and my clothes. And I never went back.
So
I love LA. You know, I came and visited here when I was 16, and I liked it then. You know, I really liked it. I didn't want to go back home.
and you've been here ever since?
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll be getting your piano in the next few days or so.
Yeah. Today, tomorrow, or the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would definitely have a piano. You know.
You got to play, right?
Oh yeah, I gotta play. You know, I'm not gonna die for those guys. You know.
Right.
If I don't play, I die. You
So
know?
you got to play.
That's the only thing keeping me going in my life. Is that.
Right, that.
You know, I hate this wheelchair. You know, I hate it. I can't wait to start walking again. You know.
I see.
I practice every day.
Is a keyboard out of the question?
You know, I paid $3,000 for this keyboard, electronic, the digital grand piano, and I used it 3 times.
Oh, really?
And it's at 𝗩𝗘𝗡𝗅𝗓's house. And it's been there for.
It's not the same, huh?
No, it's been there for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got to be a piano.
Yeah, I bought it when I had some money. Yeah, it's a Yamaha digital grand, but it's just not like a real piano.
Hey, somebody told me a story that one time they threw away one of your pianos that belonged to like Elton John. Is that a true story?
I I had to, no, they stole it from my storage locker.
Oh.
They stole my Steinway. It was a Steinway Grand, and they stole it from my storage. It was an inside job at the storage place. It was worth $100,000.
Really?
Yeah, it was a great piano. It was a fantastic piano. When Elton John tours, he buys the equipment here, and at the end of the tour, they sell it.
So it was.
Because it costs too much to bring it across the ocean. And I was able to. One of the roadies from his roadies I knew very well. He came and told me, "Hey, he's going to sell his Steinway." Yeah, I know the owner of the music store that's going to sell his stuff. He goes, I can talk to him. You can get a good deal on this. And I went there and he did do that.
Did you bring that to the Boardwalk?
No, I wouldn't bring that to the Boardwalk.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was stolen long before I came to the Boardwalk. It was such a fantastic piano. Everything else was like a toy compared to that piano. It was really fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
But now, do you have a preference on the piano if it's a grand piano or?
Oh, I prefer a grand piano.
A grand piano?
Yeah. Nothing sounds like a grand piano.
I see.
You know?
It must be hard to keep a grand piano out here with the elements, keep it tuned.
Yeah, I tuned it every day.
Every day, yeah.
I tuned it. You know, I had to learn to tune it. You know, I became good at it. You know.
It seems like every time I come by, you're working tuning it.
Yeah.
How long does it take to tune it?
Yeah. Sometimes it takes 15, 20 minutes, and sometimes it takes an hour. You know, depends on how out of tune it is and what the weather's like.
Do you tune it by ear?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're not really a musician unless you can tune by ear.
Now, the piano that they confiscated, was that a pretty good piano?
No. It was an okay piano, you know. But it's still worth about $5,000, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How long have you had that one?
Casey at the Big Daddy's bought that for me, and I had it for about a year. They last for about a year or two, and then they start blowing apart.
Okay, because of the elements?
Yeah, salt water.
Salt.
The only place worse to have a piano is in the ocean.
So, do you have any solution for this, for playing on the beach? If you had a dream, like how it could be done best?
Well, it was done best if I had a big truck that I could put the piano in at every night.
Every night in the truck?
Out. Yeah. But I don't have that. So,
Or a storage unit, like a
truck would be better because I can park it close to here, and you can't never trust a storage place.
I see.
You know, they're really you know who started self-storage? Arthur Godfrey.
What about them?
Arthur Godfrey started the self-storage.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So were you pretty upset when you found out your piano was gone?
Well, they tried to take it a couple of times before.
Oh.
And you know, and I had a hard time getting the police to get it back. You know, they told me I had to go get it back. You know.
So they did take it before?
Yeah.
And you went and picked it up?
What happened was a movie company took it and brought it to a storage place that they were in cahoots with, and they're not supposed to be in cahoots. They're not supposed to know each other, and they try to keep the. You see, if two parties are saying that the property in the storage is theirs, the storage place gets to keep it. Is that crazy?
Wow.
That's a crazy law, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the law. They get to keep it, and so that's what they were trying to do. Then one day, I was over there trying to get the police to give me a police report, and the Italian detective, he says, "You're a WAP too, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Listen, Pino," he goes, "I'm going to tell you this, and you better not tell anybody I told you this." He goes, "The cameras don't work." He goes, "You go in there with a truck, get your stuff, and you get out. Don't take nothing else that don't belong to you, and you get out of there. Get rid of the lock." He says, "Because that will get you arrested." So I went in there. I met this lady in a restaurant. We had a bunch of little kids with her, the big fat lady, and she was going crazy trying to get out of paying the bill, saying that her kids were poisoned with the food. It was totally insane, but it was causing a big confusion.
Wow.
And the guy says, "Just get out of here, just get out of here." So I saw her in the parking lot, and I said, "Listen, you want to make $100?" And she says, "Who do I have to kill?" And I said, "You have to go to the storage place and make that kind of confusion for me." Well, I go and get my piano out. And she was all for it. She went in there. I went in there. I rented a storage next to the place where my piano was. I went in there and with some guys, and we took my piano and they had all my equipment there, my synthesizers and my piano, and we took it out, and I got my stuff back. And they tried to file a police report, and the cops called me up and they said, "Hey, that guy tried to file a police report. Mr. Off." That was the name of the guy who owned the storage place. His name was Mr. Off, who was a total crook. And the name of the place is Golden West Storage. So you never want to leave your stuff there because it's definitely a very bad place. You know, they steal stuff all the time from people. You know what they do? They survey the area to see how many retirees are there, because people will die and leave all their stuff in the storage and they get to keep it. Isn't that insane?
Well, they have a show about this. It's called Storage Wars.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, but they go in there and they take out everything worth a lot of money. They go and take it out. It's a little different on Storage Wars, you know. But you know, it's all a bunch of crooks, you know. It's insane. And, you know, the police are paid off. You know, and you know, by the time I was so pissed off that they wouldn't give me a police report, I woke up in the morning, my head was all swollen with a bunch of red blotches on it, and I went to the hospital. And the doctor told me, "You got a heavy anxiety. There's something bad happened to you." I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I'm going to go to the." He goes, "It'll go away." So I went to the police. The police, I said, and they go, "Whoa!" They looked at me and they said, "Well," and I said, "This is what happens when you have dishonest police." I said, "I mean, you don't give me a police report when you know you should." I had all the proof that I owned my stuff, and after that is when the detective told me to go get my stuff. Yeah, he was a great guy. I saw him, you know, a few months later at a red light, and I knocked on his window. He goes, "Pino, you still got your stuff?" I go, "Yeah, I still got it. I want to tell you, thank you, man." And that would be the end of that story.
That's it, huh? Okay, well, hopefully you'll be up and running soon.
Yeah, you know, I had done a movie soundtrack, and I had a lot of money at the time. That's why I was able to fight the storage places and you know, and take off of work and go after my piano. But I wasn't about to let them keep it, man. You know.
Are you considering going to pick up the piano that they impounded?
No, it costs too much money. It's not worth it. You know, the rain really got to it this last time.
Yeah.
Because the police wouldn't let him put on the tarps, you know, and he got wet. You know, I don't know, you know, it's so crazy. You know? If they really want to get rid of you, they'll get rid of you, you know.
Yeah.
You know, one way or another. You know?
Well, oops. Okay, anything?
Okay, thank you very much, man.
Okay, nice talking to you.
There's no truth in America, man. Next week is about to be damn Thanksgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no truth in Thanksgiving, talking about the pilgrims came together with the natives and all that. Hey, man, that's not true, bro. What's going on, brother? You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Lord, brother? You don't believe in the Bible, brother? Man, you got to be careful. You know what? What that mean? What that mean?